Make sure to follow Bally Sports Detroit on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. First one's down. 26-22 our score. Pistons within 3 as both free throws fall. LaMelo Ball from the sideline, outside of McDaniels. McDaniels backs in, the turn and gun is off the heel. Another Isaiah Stewart rebound. Sadiq motors to forecourt. Step out in the corner. Pass intended for Hamadou.
One thing that is noticeable, and that's the uptick in the defense now being applied by these Hornets. And it's coming from guys that have come in off the bench.
Cade Cunningham doing just fine in his rehab to be able to get on the floor perhaps, do some basketball workouts later on this season, and should be 100% by training camp. Mellow ball inside, and big Nick Richards at 7 feet and 260 gets a jam.
That's how he gets his points, right there. Picking and rolling.
Yeah,
and
quickly
dunking.
things can change in the NBA. The Pistons were up 15-5 out of the gate. Killian against LaMelo. Screen from Stewart. Killian to the paint, rises and fires and fills it. That's his shot.
He's getting better at making offense for himself and using his screens. Uh-oh, George.
Pistons ignored Thor. That's a mistake.
He went with the hammer, too.
He sure did. 30-25 with 40 seconds to play in the first. Killian, top side of Beef Stew. Shot fake. In the corner, Isaiah Livers for 3, and it's through.
Nice job. Especially by Isaiah Stewart to not try to do too much, even though he thought he may have had an opportunity to get to the basket. He slowed down and moved the ball some more.
Pistons trail by just 2. 20 seconds to play in the first. Ball against Livers. Oh, with a great handle. Gets to the paint, flips it up, no. Richards with a rebound, hooks it up, no. Rebound Sadiq, 5 seconds to play in the quarter. 3 seconds as he gets to the rim and draws a foul at 2.4. Richards, who couldn't score on the other end, fouls on this end. And that'll put Sadiq at the stripe with 2.4 to play here in the first.
Shooting 2.
The Pistons and Hornets, tonight's United Wholesale Mortgage leaders. How about this? Since the start of last season, they averaged the highest scoring head-to-head games in the entire league, averaging just under 260 points in their 4 meetings. They both can score, and they both need to shore up their defense. We've got one, trying to follow it up. Steve Stew knocked away. A nice job defensively by Jalen McDaniel. At 11 for Bojan Bogdanovic. Killian has the basketball, hands to Isaiah Livers, and a pass hit Killian in the back of the neck. Bob Hayward finishes. Pass came from LaMelo Ball, and now it's a three-point Charlotte lead, and the Pistons have 7 turnovers. Killian to the lane. Rises and fires and fills it. Very confident shot.
Well, he just made up for the turnover a moment ago. You know, his offense, as I was saying earlier, is getting better and better each game at creating for himself, being able to take guys off the dribble with confidence.
P.J. Washington back in the ball game. Fires from the paint. It's in and out and back in again. 34-31 Charlotte. Amadou Diallo for the basket. Swatted. Smith got the steal. Smith to Richards on the break. And Nick Richards lays it in.
Their defense is the difference in this game right now. They didn't have it at the beginning. They have it now. And it's creating opportunities for them early on the shot clock. Here again, the Pistons back, but not organized. And a three-point opportunity coming for the Hornets.
Well, Dennis Smith Jr. Been hanging on in the league in one place or another. But he's playing well for Charlotte, playing good defense. And he and a couple of friends of ours from Fayetteville, North Carolina, Jimmy Ray and Charlie Baggett.
Yes, sir.
And he fixed up a playground in their neighborhood.
You pull for a guy like that.
Yes. Charlotte's now up 6. Inside, Sadiq to Isaiah Stewart, who lays it in.
I like that. There's some very nice two-man action there, and a good screen and a hard roll that took Isaiah Stewart to the basket.
LaMelo Ball. Gets the pass inside for Smith. Missed the shot. Following up is Richards. Blocked by Isaiah Livers. Amadou to forecourt. Backs in on Ball. Gives it up to Sadiq. Sadiq against Smith Jr. Able to score. That's a strong man these days.
Sure is. That's why he's shooting over 51% from inside that arc. He can deliver a blow and play through one.
LaMelo Ball with a miss. Amadou to the basket and scores it. And Steve Clifford wants a timeout. The Pistons have scored 6 in a row to tie the score. We're even at 37 at Little Caesars Arena.
Here's the roll to the basket. Here's Sadiq gonna get it all by himself.
bounce inside, goes to Beach. Can't score. It hits the floor. Does not get a call. Nice pass ahead by Dennis Smith. And Washington able to score.
Sadiq feels like he got a size advantage here.
Backs in on Smith and scores.
He did have a size advantage.
Dennis Smith put together, but only 6'2". 41-39, Charlotte. Richards comes to get it. LaMelo Ball, handles on top. Works against Sadiq. Drives it, scoops it, missed it. Loose ball foul on the rebound try. It's going to be Nick Richards. And back up center.
Here's where, you know, when we talked about it in the open, you know, just your rhythm being off, Pistons trying to run, but, you know, I believe, George, they've only had a full practice one day this week. They missed the game against Washington, so things are just off a bit. You know, that
was a good practice, but it was only one.
It was only one, and, you know, they're showing some of the rust, I think, right now.
Jaden Ivey's back. Bojan Bogdanovic, Jalen Duren. Sadiq and Hamidou with him. Jaden with a shot, sticks it.
Under control. That's the key for Jaden. Jaden Ivey, when he's handling that basketball, just being under control. And it's his responsibility now to make sure the Pistons take better care of the basketball.
41 all, 8 minutes till halftime. Richards inside, hooks and hits. Used all of that 7 feet and 260. He has 7 and 3 boards. Charlotte by 2, 7 and 44 to play in the half. Bojan pass, picked off by LaMelo Ball. Another Piston turnover. LaMelo to the rim, flips it up off the glass and good.
You just don't have the luxury of lackadaisical passes tonight if you're the Pistons, George.
Don't mess around with ball. This is inside, and Jalen Duren reverses nicely for a score. He has 4 and 5 boards already.
That was a bad shot right there.
LaMelo off irons with the shot. Screened by Duren for Bogey. Way outside for Sadiq. Sadiq will drive it. Topside Jaden Ivey. Inside for Hamidou. Hammers it and draws a foul. Richards with his 3rd foul. He's going to come out in favor of Plumlee.
Hang time and strength equals 3-point opportunity if you're Hamidou Diallo these days, George. He got whacked pretty good there.
The Hornets thought he used his off arm.
May have.
Pistons shooter shooting 1, Hamidou Diallo.
Terry Rozier's back.
You know, the only guys
Charlotte.
The only guys that can even come close to the shooting percentage that Hamidou Diallo put up in January are centers. All guys that play right at the bucket.
Exactly.
You won't find any guards and forwards on that list. That's how good his percentage has been this year, this calendar year.
Yep, made the free throw. Pistons by 1. Gordon Hayward with the basketball for the Hornets. Rocks the dribble. Gets to the basket. The shot is up and in.
Tough shot.
Gordon Hayward hung on the iron and finally fell. He has 9. He's 4 out of 4. Jaden Ivey to the basket off the high glass. No good seal-off rebound for Jalen McDaniels. They lob it inside and it's busted up by Hamidou. They try to find Plumlee. Jaden Ivey fires, fills it, and he's having himself a game.
He likes that spot too.
4 out of 5 for 10 plus 4 assists. Rozier inside for Plumlee. Works his way to the basket, double teamed. Tried to get the shot up. He did get a whistle. You'll call Hamidou for the foul.
Maybe not a bad foul. We get to see 2 more left-handed free throws. 60% shooter here, 61%.
Hey, Pistons college nights are back, fans. All college night packages start at just $29 and include a specially priced game ticket, donation to your university, and a Pistons co-branded quarter zip. Find your college today at pistons.com/college nights.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen guys struggle with, from the free throw line, George, throughout, my days in basketball, both watching as a youngster and playing and then broadcasting. I've seen them change mechanics. I've seen them do all kinds of things, shoot off the backboard, underhand, whatever. I've never seen anybody go to the opposite hand. Who, you know someone?
I'll tell you, you won't have to wait till the post game either.
Okay.
4 for 4 for Plumlee at the line. Alec Burks outside of Bojan Bogdanovic. 5.5 to play in the half. From the corner. Alec Burks greens it. Triple for Alec. Alec with 3. First hoop. LaMelo Ball back. Ball gets inside. Staggers, he's down, but they're going to call a foul on Jalen Duren, his second. Kind of slipped into him, but they'll call the foul. Ball, Jalen McDaniels, Plumlee, Thor, and Rozier for the Hornets. Inbound pass goes to Rozier. And a whistle and a foul on Jaden Ivey. Holding on to LaMelo Ball, it's not a bad move. If you can get away with it. Pistons' 4th team foul. 5:19 to play in the half. Rozier on top. Screen from Ball. LaMelo with a shot fake. And they call a walk.
Is that a walk, Greg? It looked like he may have lifted his pivot foot in the midst of trying to pump fake.
Well, the Pistons will take it. Here they come with a 2-point lead and 5:09 to play in the half. Alec Burks with a screen from Duren. Alec fires off the heel. Rozier with a rebound. In a hurry, starts down the lane. Knocked down inside. It was Hamidou. Plumlee called for the foul.
This is Plumlee not looking where he's going. Watch this. And then just barrels into Hamidou Diallo. That was an easy call.
Can't just drive down the road and not look. Bad things happen. Hamidou will inbound in backcourt. Hamidou, Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duren, Alec Burks, and Bojan Bogdanovic for the Pistons. Bogey and Burks stationed in the corner. Ready to launch threes. Jaden Ivey hooks it to Jalen Duren. Now Bogey comes to get it. Bojan's pass. Out of bounds. But we got a whistle and a foul on LaMelo Ball. .41 to play in the half. That's the 3rd team foul on Steve Clifford's crew. Bojan inbounds to Jalen Duren. Gets it back. Against McDaniels. Shot from the corner by Alec Burks. No. 51-49 still our score. The Pistons lead the Hornets by 2. 4:25 to play in the half. Terry Rozier's shot rattles out. Chased down by Alec Burks. Burks shovels to Hamidou. Bojan wide open. Thought about it for a minute. Still drained it.
That's the beauty of getting up the floor quickly. And it's easier to do after you get long rebounds and turnovers.
Bogey with 14. Hoop for Jalen McDaniels on the Charlotte end. Pistons 54, the Hornets 51. 3:51 to play in the half. Jaden Ivey's pass inside, got away from Duran. Saved by McDaniels to Plumlee. Mason Plumlee in the paint. Ball from the sideline for three, and it's through.
Okay,
and we're
so
all even.
Same thing I just said a moment ago, just applied. You know, you get it up the floor quickly. Defense is nowhere to be, nowhere to really address.
Rozier gets the first free throw, and now a message from Poker Stars.
It's game on with Poker Stars, America's number.
You know, Rozier is shooting a much better percentage in this game. He's 4 of 8 from the floor. Got 12 points now, or 11 points. George, do you remember in that game in Charlotte? He scored 25, but he took 28 shots.
Yeah, he wasn't bashful. Isaiah Stewart for Duran, who picked up his third foul. Leaves two with the basketball. Gets to the rack for a slam. That's a serious slam right there.
I like
boards and 4 points for Beef Stew.
I like that decision because he could have taken the three-pointer.
Ball just did take the three-pointer and knocked it down.
Ball is starting to heat up. He's already taken 14 shots. Maybe he's the guy that's going to shoot 28 times tonight.
Could be. Scary Terry's had 8 shots in the first half. Killy in the forecourt. Screen from Boyan. Gives it up to Bogey. Bogdanovich hooks it into the corner. Jaden Ivey fires, fills it, and he can't miss.
I like that ball movement. And I like the play by Boyan Bogdanovich, who's 6 of 8. But he gave the basketball up because Jaden Ivey was all alone in the corner. Not a bad concept, George. You're open, you get the ball.
And they've whistled Jaden for a foul on the other end. That's his third.
Watch
when you're
this
that
pass.
hot, you don't want to come out.
Yeah, look at that hook pass. And all the time that Jaden Ivey had to get ready. Yeah, he doesn't want to come out. He's bumming right now. I don't blame him. But, you know, he's got 3 fouls. You got to get him out of there. Fortunately, he's only got to sit for 2 minutes.
2:03 to play in the half. Let's look back at the foul.
That's a foul because he bumped the man on the move.
Yep.
Made him go off balance.
And he stumbled.
Yeah. There's the bump right there. Yeah. Some might call it subtle, but it's still a bump. And it's still against the guy that's with the basketball, so he's going to have that advantage.
2 free throws for LaMelo Ball. He has 15. Jaden Ivey sits down with 13. Boyan for 3, and it's through. Wow. Bogey was 17. Pistons by 3. Ball with the basketball, a long 3. LaMelo Ball shot off the rim. Plumlee boards it though. Back to Ball in the lane. They drop it deep to Plumlee. Triple up fake, and finally somebody bit. They're going to call a foul on Isaiah Stewart. Let's check in with Smooth Johnny Kane.
Well, you were talking a little bit earlier, Greg, about Mason Plumlee and his ability to go left-handed at the free throw line. Well, he's done more than just that now. Recently, we've seen here twice in the last week where he's developed a left-handed mid-range jump shot. So, you know, he's playing maybe the best stretch of his career here over the last month, at least over the last several weeks. And now, watch it here. This is a right-handed ball player, shoots left-handed, and now has developed, at this point in his career, a left-handed jumper as well. Tough to defend, Special K.
Think about the other guy who switched hands at the stripe. Wait till the second half. Looks like you got to wait for stuff on the post game.
George, can you really teach an old dog new tricks?
Must be. I don't know how old that dog is, but he's not a rookie. After the free throws, Pistons go to the rack with Beef Stew, and they got to foul him to stop him. P.J. Washington with the personal.
Meanwhile, Mason Plumlee is 6 of 6 from the free throw line, folks.
There's a guy who was less than 50% earlier this season. Coming up on the Figer Law halftime report, Mickey York and Tim McCormick break down the Pistons showing some interior defense at some points in the first half. However, they have given up 63 points. Beef Stew buries the first. Nails the next. He has 6. The Pistons by 3. 1:15 to play in the half. Washington comes to get it. Eyeball to eyeball with Beef Stew inside. McDaniels fires, fills it up, and draws a foul.
Tell you what, George, he might be pretty lean, slender build, but this is a pretty strong move here.
Yes,
Pump
sir.
fake, bump sizable from Boyan. Kept his balance and strength and made the shot.
Boyan's second foul.
Jalen McDaniels.
Makes the free throw, so the and one ties the score. Killian against Ball. Gives it up to Alec Burks. Shot clock at 10. We're in the final minute of the first half. Alec to the basket, off the glass, and good. Count that baby in a foul. Terry Rozier fouled him.
No coincidence. I saw him practicing this very move right there with one of the ball boys before this game. Right hand dribble, absorb some contact, and then kiss it off the window. He was smiling when he did it, George. He wasn't smiling right there. He's serious.
It'll put a smile on your face, though, when you get to the stripe after a make. There's that trademark smile for Alec Burks. Makes the free throw. 6 for Alec. Pistons by 3 thanks to that three-point play. 44 seconds to play in the half. LaMelo Ball. Outside of Terry Rozier. These guards are both very, very explosive. As you know, he'll turn to the basket, flip it up, and fill it up, falling down. Another big-time play. Now he gets a steal, goes to the floor for it, and will jump it up. Isaiah Stewart has tied him up. Take another look at this bang-bang play.
Again, just off key there, but too many off keys. And every time they've been off key, Charlotte's been there to get the basketball and go the other way. Here, they're going to get a jump ball out of it. I know Dwayne Casey's not happy about this at all. 11 turnovers for the Pistons, 18 Charlotte points. Pistons just 4 points off of 5 Charlotte turnovers.
Charlotte didn't turn it very much in the last game between these two. I think 5 in regulation and overtime.
Right. Remember that.
All right, they'll jump it up. Isaiah Stewart and 6'1" Terry Rozier. Battered around and saved by Rozier. They have almost a full shot clock. A 3 seconds different shot clock to game clock. 10 on the shot clock for Ball. Stops and fires. It won't fall. Rebound tap by Beef Stew to Sadiq. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Beef Stew to the basket. Off the high glass. No. And time has run out in the first half. The Pistons have a 1-point lead at the break. They put up nearly 70. out by our numbers man, Mr. Ravenson. Here's Alec Burks for three. Off iron, tapped outside to Terry Rozier. Rozier keeps the dribble, dishes to Plumlee. Now LaMelo has it, inside for the big man. P.J. Washington from the wing, misfires. Isaiah Stewart boards it. Jaden Ivey to forecourt. Jaden is 7 out of 8, 18 points, 5 assists. Boyan to beat Stu, pump fake and a drive. Bounces it deep to Duren. Hooks and hits.
Very nice.
Well done by the two bigs.
His footwork on display there. He's getting better and better as an offensive scorer, offense provider for the Pistons.
Gordon Hayward snaps the pass to Washington. Washington drives it, hooks it, it's short. Jalen Duren boards it for Jaden Ivey. Jaden's trying to motor by everybody and does. Shot won't go. Tapped up, no, by Isaiah Stewart. Rebound to Rozier. Terry Rozier with a crossover. Fires from in front and it falls. Another circus shot.
He's got like 6 of them.
Terry.
He's got 6 of them in this game. Those kind of shots right there.
19 points for Terry Rozier. 81-78 Charlotte. Just under 7 to play in the third.
Those shots that make you say, how do you do that?
Pistons have it in the hands of Alec Burks against LaMelo Ball. Cross courts to Boyan. Guns for three. Rebound to LaMelo Ball. Ball high dribble, no looker. Down deep to Plumlee. Blocked by Jalen Duren. Washington gets it back, floats it up, no. Isaiah Stewart had the rebound, tough luck. He lost it out of bounds.
Jalen Duren, I think, is in Plumlee's head, George. Ever since that block dunk early.
Oh, yeah.
But here's some footwork and some nice feet work, as Shaquille O'Neal likes to say about a youngster.
Gordon Hayward inbounds the ball to Plumlee, tapped away by Duren. Jalen shovels to Jaden Ivey. Inside for Beef Stew, off the glass, no. Isaiah Stewart boards it. Alec Burks fires and fills it. Alec Burks triples, and the Pistons tie the score.
Just stayed with it, just kept fighting, staying with it. Paying off for the Pistons.
LaMelo Ball inside for Plumlee, who set a screen. Plumlee is two-time. Gives it up to Washington. Washington's shot pops out. Rebound the ball. LaMelo into the corner. Rozier fires. Fills it.
That's his shot.
Flashes it down.
We've seen him do that so many times. You know, that high arcing, fading shot, seemingly from behind the backboard along the baseline.
22 for Rozier. 84-81 Charlotte. Jaden Ivey goes behind the back. Sets up Isaiah Stewart alone for the long gun. No. Rebound Rozier. Rozier still with it. Shovels to LaMelo. A long, long three. Won't go through. Alec Burks boards it for the Pistons. Alec to forecourt. Works against Rozier. Takes him to the paint. Takes him to the rim. Flips it up. Fills it up. Pistons within one. 13 for Alec Burks. LaMelo Ball works against him. Gives it up to Gordon Hayward. Hayward slides to a stop against Bojan Bogdanovic. And as he slips, he's called for a walk. Second time he slipped in about the same spot. Well, he stepped on Bojan's foot. Both of them are lucky that they didn't get an ankle injury of some kind. Back in the ball game for Charlotte comes Dennis Smith Jr. Also, Jalen McDaniels has checked in. Killian for the Pistons. Off the bench, Bojan Bogdanovic steps back, gun, won't go. Rebound, Terry Rozier. Rozier against Sadiq, who's just come off the Piston bench. Terry Rozier to the basket, could not finish. Plumlee with the rebound, trying to get the putback airborne, and he is fouled. Sadiq's first foul. Side out for Charlotte. They say Plumlee was wrestling with the ball and not ready to put a shot up. Dennis Smith inbounds to Mason Plumlee. P.J. Washington to Rozier, missed the shot. Rebound Jalen Duren. Jaden Ivey to forecourt. Backs up against Smith Jr. Gives it up to Jalen Duren. Inside for the shot. Yes! Jalen Duren has 10. Pistons take the lead back, 85-84. 4 to play in the third. Jalen McDaniels with a bounce to Plumlee. Working against Sadiq. Gets to the basket for a dunk. He made sure that time. And Jalen Duren wasn't guarding him.
Yeah, but he cleared his head anyway.
Pistons turn it over. Dennis Smith gives it up to P.J. Washington. Shovels to Plumlee. Missed that shot. Long rebound saved by Sadiq, but he saved it to Charlotte. Rozier whips it. McDaniels misses from the corner. Jaden Ivey with a rebound to Killian. Forecourt to Boyan. Fires from the corner, way long this time.
Wow.
But it's off Smith Jr. and out of bounds.
Here, Plumlee, he's going to say, hey, I got Sadiq and I've got the advantage. And boy, did he ever. That's Plumlee's first field goal. I didn't even realize that, George.
Yeah, he's 1 out of 5, 8 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. Hamidou Diallo and Isaiah Livers check in. Boyan comes out. Jaden Ivey comes out. Now Jalen Duren will check out, and Beef Stew checks in. Killian Hayes will inbound for the Pistons from the baseline. 3:20 left in the third, looking for somewhere to throw it. Finally finds Sadiq in the corner. This for 3, and it's through. Sadiq with a big-time Piston hoop. They're up 88-86. Jerry Rozier against Sadiq. Top side to Smith Jr. McDaniels against Hamidou. McDaniels gets to the paint. We got a whistle, and Hamidou's called for a foul.
Well, Sadiq is kind of fresh into the game. Killian Hayes likewise. Killian will get the assist. Sadiq will get the bucket. Nice out of bounds play by the Pistons.
Hornets take timeout.
Back to the floor. The baddest dance team.
all went over and above just to make sure everybody was as comfortable as possible in a trying situation, stuck out on the road in Texas.
Those are Menard's big money moments, thanks to everybody. The coaches were great. Coach Casey and all his people. Here's Killian with a shot off the iron, tapped outside to Sadiq. Sadiq is doubled, topside to Killian. Killian for three, way wide. Rebound comes off to Nick Richards. Smith Jr. with the basketball for Charlotte. Rises and fires and fills it. Dennis Smith Jr. with a scratch, and he's tied the score at 88.
I'll say this much. Both these teams would like to have a few more wins this year, but when they do get together, it is exciting basketball.
Isn't that the truth? Isaiah Livers tried to bounce it inside, picked off by J.T. Thor. Thor to McDaniels. McDaniels to the rim, stretched out and scored. Jalen McDaniels gives Charlotte a 2-point lead. He has 11. Just over a minute and a half to play in the third. Isaiah Stewart pounds his way inside. Baby hook, and he hit it.
That was just brute strength right there. And I'm okay. Anytime Isaiah Stewart chooses to go to the basket and he's got a single defender, he'll figure out a way to get a decent shot, as he just did.
He's strong enough, that's for sure. He's tied the score at 90. 1:09 to play in the third. Rozier keeps that dribble. Rozier hooks it, and he got some contact from Killian, and they'll call the foul. Second foul on Killian Hayes. Grabbed him right there.
Shooting for Charlotte,
Terry Rozier at the line. Want a free registration to the I Ran the D 5K? Just refer your friends with a personal link and earn cash back. For more info, please scan the QR code right there on your screen.
Check this out, George. Terry Rozier is approaching the point total he had in the last game between these two teams. I mentioned he had 25 points. Well, he's a free throw away from 24. And tonight he's done it in 13 fewer shots.
He's been very efficient. Missed that free throw, though. So it's a 1-point lead for the Hornets. A minute to play in the third. Killian Hayes gives it up to Sadiq. Sadiq against Thor. Steps back and fires and fills it.
I like Sadiq's game
He's
tonight.
strong tonight.
And, you know, keep in mind, he came off the bench. He didn't start tonight, but had his head in it and ready to go when called on.
Rozier with a miss. Richards gets it back for Smith Jr. Clock at 10. McDaniels fires and fills it from the top. Jalen McDaniels with range. And he makes it 94-92 Charlotte. Less than a half a minute to play here in the third. (94-92) Hornets. Killian with the basketball. Gives it up to Sadiq. The clock's at 4. Beef stew, the clock's at 2. And they do not beat the buzzer. A shot clock violation with 4.5 to play here in the third.
I'll tell you what, if the Pistons do eventually win this game tonight, it will be mighty impressive when you look at whatever their turnover figure ends up being, George.
Exactly, they have 18 of them right now. Last second shot will not drop for J.T. Thor. But we're heading to the fourth in a tight ball game. Fourth quarter's always fun when these two play. The Hornets with a 2-point lead over the Pistons after 3.
Fall in love with the sport of basketball. Let's give a round of applause to these amazing girls and women who work in sports. Make some noise.
Still jumping cause my mama ain't home. I got some freaks in the living room getting it on, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you gonna do?
Pistons fans, it's time for a sing-along, Cam. If you know the words to this track, we want
and director Michael Odino. Chuck Claire is our stage manager. We're set for an exciting fourth quarter. LaMelo Ball for the Hornets. Rises and fires. It's a rainbow and it's off the heel. Leaping rebound, Isaiah Stewart. He now has 15 boards.
Pistons loving the shot selection, the lack of ball movement, and a contested shot, and an easy defensive sequence.
Pistons get a wide open shot from Sadiq, and that's trouble on any night. Sadiq with a triple, and the Pistons lead them by 1. To the basket goes Smith Jr. for a score.
Here's the thing with Smith Jr. You got to know that he is not shooting the ball well from the outside at all. But you got to be able to guard him on the drive.
He's strong. Miss for Killian. Washington for Charlotte for the basket. Off the high glass, no. Another rebound captured by Isaiah Stewart. 16 boards with almost a full quarter to go. Hamidou to the rim. Throws it up off the glass, no, but he does draw contact. Mark Lindsay will call the foul on LaMelo Ball.
Sadiq Bey over in the far corner. He's calling for the basketball. He's open. He's open. See? He's open. George. Novel concept. Get the ball to the open guy.
On the open guy, Sadiq has 17. Hamidou's first free throw off the front iron. Now a message from the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers have vehicles ready for you to drive home today. Lisa Ford.
Hamidou will try again with 10 and 38 left. A little trash talking in the lane. Justin Van Dyne, a little warning for both teams. This one is short and out of bounds for Hamidou. So the Hornets have the basketball and a 1-point lead just underway in the fourth. Washington, Ball, Smith Jr., Nick Richards, and Gordon Hayward for the Hornets. LaMelo Ball to the lane. Shovels a pass inside to nobody. The Pistons take it away. Isaiah Livers to Sadiq. Sadiq will back up. Give it up to Isaiah Livers. Thought about a long three. Gives it back to Sadiq. Shot clock at 12. Sadiq with a bounce in the paint to Hamidou. Gets to the rim. Scoops and scores. Count that baby and a foul.
I was thinking to myself earlier after the last free throw attempt by Hamidou Diallo, he probably will be very anxious to get back to that free throw line. And this is the best way to get there.
Right,
as an and one. And let's see if we can get a little more energy on this one.
10 and 11 to play. The hoop puts the Pistons up one, and a free throw here for Hamidou. Off iron, rebound to Washington. P.J. Washington gives it up to Nick Richards. And now LaMelo Ball has the basketball. Smith Jr. finds P.J. Washington. Smith Jr. drives it, gets to the basket for a dynamite dunk.
Did I say a moment ago, George?
And a steal by Ball. Back to Smith Jr. Tried to dunk it again and got it blocked.
He's looking for the rim. If you can entice Smith Jr. to take a jumper right now, it's not what he really wants to do.
He did make one jumper earlier. 9.5 to play.
He's going to have to make another if I'm guarding him.
Isaiah Livers open and misses. Smith Jr. went way up for the rebound. And we got a whistle. Ball out of bounds, and it belongs to Charlotte. 9 and 18 left. LaMelo Ball in the lane. Missed the shot. And Richards trying to rebound. Knocks Killian down. He has his 4th foul.
LaMelo Ball, 6 of 21. Here's Killian Hayes. He gets plowed right there, and Pistons will get the ball.
Killian turns the corner.
Killian can't catch a break tonight, George.
They get Duran for an offensive foul.
On the screen?
On the screen.
Rather late. Now the whistle still hasn't blown.
I think when LaMelo grabbed his chin, now we get a foul on the other end. Richards feels like he's being picked on. He now has 5. Well, Mason Plumlee will check in. Pistons have the ball, trailing by 1 with 8:53 to play. Killian Hayes against Smith Jr. Screen from Duran. Killian 2-time. Sadiq will drive. Snaps the pass along the baseline to Isaiah Livers. His pass picked off by Ball. Plumlee ahead to Hayward. Smith Jr. to the basket, lays it up, lays it in, and draws a foul.
Wow. You know, not to make excuses for the basketball team. As you watch Charlotte take advantage of another turnover. They've got 28 points off 21 turnovers. But we wondered, George, what this team might look, how this team might look, how they might play, given the week they just had. And you can clearly see that as far as the ball handling part of it is concerned, they have definitely been out of rhythm, out of sync.
Yep. Smith Jr., 7 in the 4th, 9 on the night. He made the free throw. Charlotte leads by 4, and the Pistons will take timeout with 8:31 to go.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
And you ain't got nothing to do. You might as well hit it for the baseline. Move your body and dance, Cam.
rev me up, my little buttercup. 1, 2.
Yes, he goes. Yes, he goes.
1, 2. Tell me what you got. Too hard if it got the beat. Turn it up.
PA, George and Greg.
We have a couple guys we talked about earlier from Fayetteville, North Carolina, were star quarterbacks at Michigan State and longtime NFL coaches. Charlie Baggett and Jimmy Ray certainly would have vouched for him in the big league. Here's Sadiq. Missed the 3. Charlotte leads by 4, and they have the basketball.
I don't think Dennis Smith Jr.'s explosiveness, leaping ability, and his ability to play over the rim has ever been in question since he's been in this league.
But he threw it away there. Ball picked off. Bojan Bogdanovic puts it on the deck against Smith Jr. And Smith Jr. takes it away, but the pass outside sails out of bounds.
This is a game of perseverance if you're the Pistons.
Yeah.
I mean, despite all the miscues, you're still right here in it with a chance. Now, you may have to clean it up considerably the rest of the way. We've got 7:44 to go. But through it all, you're right here.
22 Piston turnovers. Killian Hayes with the basketball.
And they're looking to double every time.
Yeah, Killian doubled every time. Driving is Hamadou. Ball batted away. It's out of bounds to the Hornets with 7:32 to play.
You know, the double is meant to throw the Pistons out of whatever play call they may have and then send them into freelance and then just hope that they can, you know, you can force them into miscues. And it's really worked tonight for the most part.
The mellow ball to forecourt. Mason Plumlee against Sadiq. He's it back to ball. Goes behind the back against Hamadou. Hamadou bothering him. Plumlee topside Washington. He'll fire and fill it. That was a big time basket because now Charlotte leads by 7 with 7 minutes left.
Don't forget how good a passer Plumlee is. Showed that when he was here.
5 assists for Mason Plumlee. Killian into the corner to Sadiq. He'll fire. It won't fall. Gordon Hayward boards it. 6:50 left. 104-97 Charlotte. LaMelo Ball. Top side to Plumlee. Clock at 10. He'll turn to the lane. With the shoulder into Sadiq. They swing it to Washington. Missed the 3. Rebound to Killian. Bojan Bogdanovic working against Hayward. Bojan finds Sadiq. Baseline drive. And a hook on the run. No, got his own rebound. Hooks it back and hits it.
Nice job of sticking with it. That's what happens when you're going towards the basket. You get offensive rebound opportunities off your own miss.
104-99 Charlotte, 6 minutes left. Plumlee inside, foul by Killian.
You know what I want to see now, George? I want to see if Mason Plumlee's left-handed free throws can stand up to the fourth quarter. He hasn't missed yet in this game, but now we're getting near winning time.
All right, I'm going to tell you,
Give it to me.
Tristan Thompson.
Man, how could I forget that? You're right.
He did
So
switch.
2 guys, yeah.
That's the only 2 I can think of in 45 plus years,
Yeah.
47 in my case.
2 guys. There it is. See, hey, free throws in the fourth. Under 6 minutes.
A little different.
Yeah, a little different than those earlier in the game. But you're right about that. Tristan Thompson, another guy who went from
And he struggled at the strike.
one hand to the other to try and fix the free throw issues.
Both Tristan Thompson and Plumlee did so many other things well. And Mason Plumlee got the second free throw to drop.
He still had a good night, 7 out of 8 from the foul line. You wouldn't expect that.
9 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Halfway through the fourth, Jaden Ivey's had a great night. 18 points, finds Bojan Bogdanovic. And contact and a foul on Gordon Hayward. That's his first.
Hayward figured grabbing his jersey as he was curling off the screen was better than to let him get the basketball with momentum going to the basket. Stops play.
Yeah, might have been his best option. Bojan, top side of Jalen Duren. Is back to Bogey. Bojan Bogdanovic with the clock at 8. Starts to the lane. Blocking foul on Plumlee. Plumlee moving his feet, but not quite set. Bojan's at the line. He hasn't scored in the second half, but stay tuned.
He's about to score now, I would predict. In fact, I would bet. Want to bet?
No one bet against this guy, but he missed the first free throw. Steve Clifford wonders about the blocking foul.
Strange things happening tonight, George. Bojan Bogdanovic missing free throws. Having not scored in the second half up to this point. Pistons with all the turnovers.
Nailed the next, he has 18. We're talking turnovers, the Pistons have 22 of them. The Hornets 13. Charlotte leads by 5. Just over 5.5 left. Terry Rozier's back. Washington's pass tapped by Jaden Ivey out of bounds. Shot clock at 10. Starters on the court for Charlotte. Hayward from the sideline. Outside of P.J. Washington. Back to Gordon Hayward. Hayward drives it. Over Bogey. It's off the rim. He forced it into a tough shot. Jaden Ivey to forecourt. Jaden will drive it into ball. Fires off glass, no, but contact and a foul. Matt Boland calls it on LaMelo Ball. That is his fourth.
He's had his hands filled all night trying to stay with Jaden Ivey, who clearly has that burst of speed that you don't see every day.
And this is one productive basketball player each and every night, but especially tonight. Makes a free throw, has one more point, now 19. Gain access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content, rewards, and in-arena experiences you won't find anywhere else with the Pistons mobile app, available in the App Store right now. Jaden Ivey with a pair of free throws. He has 20, and the Pistons are within 3. LaMelo Ball working against Jaden. Outside to Terry Rozier. Plumlee comes to get it on the wing. Puts it on the deck against Sadiq. Wants to get to the basket. Up fake. Glasser. No, but a foul.
You know, one thing you don't mind, I guess, if you're Charlotte, with Plumlee's improved free throw shooting, as we've been talking about throughout this game, you don't mind giving him the ball and working to him in the fourth quarter, because If he can make the free throws, you're good. We'll see if he can make these.
Foul was on Sadiq. His third. Crowd lets Plumlee know they're watching. Short arms the first one. He gets another with 4:57 to play and a 3-point Charlotte lead. Here comes the crowd again. Second free throw. No! Sadiq with a rebound. He makes it a very, very, very good foul.
6 of 6 in the first half, 1 of 4 in the second half for Mason Plumlee at the free throw line.
Jaden Ivey trying to find a screen from Duran. Sideline to Boyan. Lost the basketball. Washington goes behind the back, shovels to LaMelo Ball. Rozier in the corner. McDaniels whips it deep to Plumlee, and they grab him before he can dunk it. Got a look on his face like, now, man, I'm going to make these darn free throws or die trying.
He still only made 1 field goal in the game. He's got 7 free throws, Mason Plumlee. But he's been a factor out there with his passing, a little bit of rebounding.
First free throw is perfect. An entirely different look on his face before the free throws. Oh, but this was off iron. Jalen Duran rebounds. 106-102 Charlotte. 4:24 to play. Pistons could use a hoop. Duran comes high to screen for Jaden Ivey. Jaden in the paint, backs out, gives it up to Sadiq against Washington. Sadiq top side of Jaden. Clock at 3. Gonna have to fire. He'll drive it. Fire and fill it with the shot clock running out.
That was big.
Big time basket for Jaden Ivey.
Because he kept it beyond the point of return. There was no pass available. He was going to have to go with it with the clock winding down. Clutch play.
LaMelo Ball inside to Plumlee. Whirls in front. Passes on the hook shot. Gives it up to Washington. Missed the 3. Rebound Jalen Duran. Pistons down just 2 with 3:38 left. Jaden Ivey against LaMelo Ball. Alec Burks against Terry Rozier.
They are continuing to double the basketball wherever they can.
Sadiq to the basket. Shot won't fall. Jalen Duran with a rebound, though. Outside to Jaden Ivey. He will drive it. Lay it off to Duran. Shot blocked by Plumlee, but a foul. How about Jaden Ivey? Just did beat the shot clock with this one. He was in the air when it went to 0-0.
And then he made the right choice on this one.
Timeout, Charlotte.
Hornets will take a timeout, folks, with 3:18 to go and a tight game at Little Caesars Arena. Charlotte with a 2-point lead, 106. Duran at the free throw line. 3 and 18 to play. The Hornets with a 2-point lead. 10 points, 13 boards. First trip to the stripe for Jalen tonight. Off the heel. Gets another. Pistons trail by 2. And those two big men have a ton of rebounds. 29 between them. He does score on the second. He pulls the Pistons to within 1. 11 and 13 boards for Jalen Duran. 8 and 16 rebounds for Isaiah Stewart. LaMelo Ball with the basketball for Charlotte. LaMelo to the lane. Wades inside. Nothing there because Jalen Duran was in his way. Into the corner. Rozier misses. Rebound, Alec Burks. 2:50 left. Alec against Terry Rozier. Shot clock down to 12. Now it's at 10. Jalen Duran tried to backdoor bounce it to Bojan Bogdanovic. Out of bounds, off the Hornets. 6 on the shot clock.
6 seconds remain on the shot clock.
Well, that was almost there by the Pistons. Fortunate to keep it. And 6 seconds to work with here.
Alec Burks from the baseline. Inbounds to Bogey. He'll step back for a 3, and it's through.
How about that?
Set to launch it. 2 said, hey, I got room. Let's make it 3. 11-2 Piston run. LaMelo Ball gives to Plumlee. Plumlee wants to work inside. Fires off the glass. It's good.
Wow. How about going to perhaps the 5th option out there again and again? Mason Plumlee delivering.
They tie the score at 108 on the hoop by Plumlee. LaMelo Ball hugging Jaden Ivey near the timeline. And they call the foul.
Hornets.
I mean, part of that was a slip, but still, you can't not call that foul.
This is the right call. Ivey's going to end up shooting free throws after he pulls himself together. Limping a little bit.
That was like a football fall that his dad, Javer, or his grandfather James would have had to take.
Well, he made a big bucket not long ago. Let's see if he can make big free throws here.
First one's up and it's in.
Surprisingly, the Pistons, haven't taken their normal, like 27 free throws per game tonight. This is just free throw number 19. It's good.
Makes them both. Pistons by 2. 2 minutes left. LaMelo Ball. Huge possession for Charlotte. Terry Rozier with a shot. It's short. Washington trying to rebound. Boxed out. Foul called on Sadiq Bey.
No, here we go, George.
Plumlee back at the line. It's now crunch time.
Yeah, only guy shooting free throws seemingly for them.
He has missed the first. Pistons lead him by 2. Plumlee will try again. God letting him have it. It's on the way. This one's down. 110 to 109. Pistons with a 1-point lead in the ball. 1:40 to go in the game. Jaden Ivey, who has 2 dozen, drives it against Ball. Gives it up to Jalen Duran off the glass and good. Pistons by 3. 112-109. Minute and a half to play. LaMelo Ball gives it up to McDaniels, and Steve Clifford stops it. He wants a timeout. 16 on the shot clock for Charlotte. Minute and 24 to go in the game. Pistons lead them by 3. Timeout, Hornets.
Rookie to rookie here, and this is a heck of a finish. Heck of a finish by Jalen Duren and Jaden Ivey on the pass. Bogey decides, hey, no one's here. I'll just back it up a little bit and get the 3. All of it adding to a 3-point lead for the Pistons.
For those Piston fans.
Well, the guy that I would probably fear most right now will be taking the ball out of bounds for the Hornets. Terry Rozier. Doesn't mean he won't get it back.
Inbounds to LaMelo Ball. LaMelo wants to drive it, scoops it, and scores it. And he drew a foul.
Unbelievable.
Great balance on the drive.
He's going to drive right hand on Bojan Bogdanovic, and he sort of does what Bojan Bogdanovic would do in that situation, George. Kind of lean in, get some contact, and score off that narrow window right there.
Great touch on the drive.
And a 3-point chance.
Bogey's 4th foul. Huge free throw here for LaMelo Ball. Knocks it down.
Well, these two teams played overtime in Charlotte. Stay tuned.
$1:20 to go. We are tied at 112. Jaden Ivey, who's been brilliant tonight with 2 dozen, 7 assists, gets to the paint. Dishes to Jalen Duren. Shot bounces around and won't go down. Out of bounds. To Charlotte, they say.
Give Plumlee credit. Give Plumlee credit. He bothers this. Made a miss.
Jaden Ivey saying that should be our ball. Maybe we should challenge.
May have an argument, but doesn't look like it's going to be looked at again. Charlotte's already inbounded.
LaMelo Ball to forecourt. Rozier gives it to P.J. Washington. Terry Rozier, top side to Washington, fakes the shot, drives it, flips it up. No, came up short. Rebound Sadiq. We are still tied at 112. 42 seconds to go in the game. Jaden against Rozier, drives it. Dishes to Jalen Duren in the corner. Sadiq for 3, and it's through. He splashes it down from downtown, and the Pistons take a 3-point lead with 32 seconds to play. Charlotte's going to take Did not beat the 5 count.
Wow.
Did not beat the 5 count. He couldn't take time out. They didn't have any left.
Wow. Pistons coming up with an unlikely defensive stop. 5 seconds.
Nobody came to the ball. These guys like LaMelo Ball and Rozier, who have the ball in their hands all night long, you figure they were coming. We'll watch that again maybe, but that was, so far, I'd say the play of the game.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll look back at it if the Pistons do win.
Gate in the forecourt. Gives it up to Alec Burks. And the Hornets will foul him with 26.4 to play. Take a look. Plumlee on the sideline.
And Plumlee's a veteran too. You know, he knows the clock, and he knows he needs to get it in. And that tells you just how good the Pistons defense was to the guys coming to the basketball.
Well, got it in late.
Whatever play they had lined up never had a chance to be realized.
Dwayne Casey's team with the first free throw for Alec Burks leads 116 to 112. Maybe 117, no more timeouts for the Hornets. LaMelo Ball will hurry to forecourt. Jack up a 3. It won't go through. Rebound Alec Burks. Pistons in the catbird seat right now. Alec Burks to forecourt with 15.2 to play. It's 117 to 112. LaMelo Ball commits his 6th foul.
You know what, George? It looks like the Pistons are going to survive for 23 turnovers here.
They gave up 30 points on turnovers. But they lead by 5, 15.2 to play. Fouls on LaMelo Ball. He has fouled out with 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. 7 for 23 shooting.
It's going to really take some deep study to figure out how the Pistons did, in fact, win this game. When you consider they gave up 15 fast break points, 58 points in the paint, all those turnovers, and
a lot of heroes.
30 free throw attempts for the Hornets, but the Pistons did. When they did take care of it, I will say this, when they did take care of it, they got good shots. They shot 51% from the floor.
Alec got 1 free throw. Rozier in a hurry. Rozier for 3. Out of bounds with 5 seconds left. And School is out.
Yes, sir.
The Pistons, in one that went down to the final minute, have scored 6 in a row to close out the ball game. They win it 118 to 112 at Little Caesars Arena for special